Okay, there we go. Hello, welcome to round 8 of ORL GTEU, the final round of the season. I had a little bit of a technical difficulty there for a second. For some reason, I had names over the top of the cars, and that put me in a panic. I could not figure out how to get rid of those. So, here we are for round 8 at what is this? IMOLA. What a season it's been. Here we're watching our young AM class leader and mathematically confirmed champion. So there's Adam Westland there for you. So yeah, welcome back. Round 8. We're underway for the GTEUs. I have not made any sort of announcement, so we're just gonna go like this. I gotta move so fast to get this done. Trying my best here. I am behind the times, had some issues at the start, and hey, well, we're here now. We're underway. Things are going. We've got just a little bit of time left of this practice session. This is not a good time. I'm not having a good time right now, apparently. Sheesh. Here we go. Let's get these in here. Let's do this and this, and come on, no, click there, we go, and that, and boom. Okay, here we go. Finally, long last, we're ready to go. Just about. Practice is over, and I am so far behind on myself. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been a morning. So IMOLA, let's quickly run through this, how I do every single week. IMOLA, Italy, we're back here. It's a lovely country. It's nice and sunny today, nice and warm, I believe. So, I'm hearing noises outside of the microphone. Crazy work. 4.9 kilometer long track. That is 3 miles for all of my fellow mile people, and there are 18 corners. 18. Goodness, I feel like every week the number of corners jumps up. There's Mr. Westland back in the pits, ready to sit for qualifying for a little bit. Let's see, here's Mr. Dean Solomon. We'll jump to a rookie driver here in just a second. Looks like Andrea Martiri. It's a new name. Looks like he is up there with his practice time. I'm not sure which car he is. I assume the BMW, so we'll see what our qualifying tower shows as personal best, and manufacturers will run that really quickly. Oh, let's jump there. There we go. So much going on. I have so many windows open that I'm trying to filter through here. Don't need that open. Okay, I think we're to a good set. Okay, 18 corners. This is going to be a good one. Yeah, it's a track that a lot of people love, but I have definitely seen some struggles going on through practice in the last couple days, so we'll see how these guys come out. Oh, I just realized for some reason we cannot see the leaderboard. There we go. Fix that problem. Goodness, why didn't nobody tell me? Nobody cared. That's fine. Go back to trying to find cars that are out. Here we go. Number 83, Robert Logan, in that very unique taste Honda. I haven't really had a chance to look through the TV1 and 2 cams, see which one I prefer the best for these streamings. It seems like 2 is going to have us some pretty good angles through a couple of these corners already, so I like that. I feel like TV1 might be a little bit more cinematic though, so we'll stick with that one for right now. So right now we have rookies qualifying. They have about 10 minutes of qualifying, or I think it's 11 minutes of qualifying, and then the rest of them get to come out. So we'll see how they do out here as they come through their first out lap, or their first time lap. See how they do. So very quickly now we have the 7 rounds of standings up. Last week we'll try to have it up ready for running through those standings going in with round 6, but round 7 got put up very quickly, which was a surprise. So mathematically, we do have our champions on the grid, I believe, for both Pro and AM. I'm not sure about rookies. I know there were some changes around there. It's still very, very close there. So that's something we might want to keep an eye on there. See if those two drivers in the top can't pull something off and bump themselves up. But really quickly, okay, already ruining things. There we go. Matteo De Tassis, we'll watch him go through here. Let's actually start with the rookie standings while they're on the grid, so that we can go through it, because I recognize this name immediately. Matteo De Tassis on his first time lap right now. Oh, slip up. I feel like he just got the commentator curse. That is so unfortunate. We will jump to the next car in the line. Here we go. Joran Solovic underway. So, sorry. Rookie standings. Alnis Karas currently leads the way with 224 points. We do have 2 drop rounds in there. So those definitely help out with shifting up things. But yes, he is 224 points, P1 for the rookies. But that driver we were just watching, Matteo De Tassis, is P2 with 220 points. So that is going to be a race to watch for both of those. I see Karnas there, P15, and De Tassis P18 on the tree there to the left, or tower, however you want to call it. Those two drivers definitely going to be duking it out. Rafael Barbosa Grancelli, who we haven't seen in a while, he is definitely dropped out. He has 183 points and P3, so he was our closest driver to that battle, but with that DNF, he is not in the battle anymore. So the two to watch will be De Tassis and Karas. There we go. 2 times on the boards. Tino Rene, 3 times. Tino Rene with a 142.4 right out to make something happen. 142.4 up there in 6.35 in P2 for James Seal and Roy Renier, 143.5. Tino Rene is P4. He has 164 points, so there is a possibility here that with a half decent finish in class, he might be able to move up into P3. We won't really know until after the race for those rookies, but I will try to keep an eye on Karas and De Tassis overall to see how they do. Now, looking back just a little bit, I will go over some of these guys because of course they're here and I don't want to leave them out. They do have some close battles back there too. Roy Renier is behind Tino Rene with 160, so 4 points separate those. That's definitely a fight for those two as well. Let's jump up actually to Tino Rene and see what he's up to behind this Lamborghini. Joran Solvix, who we were just watching, 154 points, so definitely up there in that little fight too. Robert Logan for P7 with 144, so 10 points back there. And then the gap opens again. Roderick Rudd, 114, so that's 30 points behind. Villian Nightshade, 103. Emrios Drew, 65. Antonio Montanani, 61. Harrison Santanello, 58. So a couple battles around the grid for the last few points and last few positions. I know there are some start from pits, so I'll quickly try to pull those up and see who we have here. I know we have a couple drivers here that have penalties. So Harrison Santanello, he does have a start from pits. I'm not sure if he's here with us. It's hard for me to check and read these. I can't even read this one. We'll skip that because I don't think he's with us because he hasn't. He's had that penalty for quite some time. So Stefano Montanani, he is with us 21st. He will be starting from pits. Kevin Drabosh, he is definitely with us too. He'll start from pits. Jacob Stofko, he hasn't driven with us in a couple weeks. And Federico Di Camillo, driver at the start of the season I had a lot of hopes for. He is starting from pits as well, so unfortunate for him, but hopefully he can make some sort of comebacks around the grid. So it looks like nobody's really had any improvements here. We're hoping Tino Rene manages to improve, but right now he is leading the charge for these rookie drivers out here today. Best of luck to my teammate Tim Marsh. Tim Marsh, yes, good luck to you. P4 right now. So a little bit of time between him and Roy Rainier there, but definitely some pace to combat and fight back. So we'll see how that goes. Now let's go to the AM classifications, and these two top drivers, AM and Pro, I am going to see if I can't get them in for a quick little interview. I don't really have any questions for them, so it will be off the cut. See how it goes, and just get a little bit of insight on how their season went overall. But the AM classifications, Adam Westland, he's a top tier driver there. He has come in and won a lot of races. He's had multiple P1s in class, race after race. He leads the way with 240 points, putting him 21 points ahead of Effie Antiri. So I mean, there's really not a lot that could happen that would take him away from that top step. So yeah, I definitely see that being a championship win for Adam Westland. Mathematically, I believe the way the points work, that would put him, yeah, as long as he finishes within, well, I mean, as long as he finishes, really, from what I see on the scoring, he is mathematically winning there. So congratulations to Adam Westland, and Effie Antiri also in P2 there with 219. Matteo Piccolo, he sits in P3 with 208 points. Lucas Chupka, 198. So definitely still a little bit of positions for those guys. You know, if they find a DNF or end up way at the back of the grid, they could see some change in the points if the other drivers do very well. Frederick DiCamillo, P5. Unfortunately, that start from pits, that's going to definitely affect his overall here. He has Emre Sonmez right behind him with 151, so definitely could see a jump in position for Emre after this race, especially with that start from pits. Oh, Tina Renee, I see that 141. I look over from the standings. It looks like we should be having a switchover of classes here shortly. It looks like Tina Renee has dropped down there. Looking up, let's see who's still on track. James Siegel with 142.6, so definitely some good times on the board there. Let's turn off the manufacturers once we swap back so that we don't have to fight through those anymore. Yuri Howling, 134 points, so this is where things start to gap up. Dean Solomon, 117 in P8, Kenneth Reyes, P9, 113, and Terry Dunn, P10, 112. So that's a little fight there for the last few points to stay in the top 10, as Mick Burkhoff is 106 in P11, so he might be looking to jump up into the top 10 there, get some last second points. Barry Dunn, P12, Malik Panache, P13, and kind of fall off a little bit there towards the end. So very quickly before we have that swap over in classification or qualifying, jump actually to these guys. Here they are in the pit lane ready to go out. These are our pros and our AMs. Our pro champion, I don't know, I know they're teammates, so I doubt there will be too much competition, and they'll be looking for P1, P2 class finishes. But Nathan Smythe Adams, 234 points overall, lots of P1s and P2s there, so he's had a very flawless season himself. Pace Jones, 223, so 11 points between the two of them. That's you know, unless something drastic happens to Smythe Adams and he falls out, this is a done deal for Smythe Adams. Quinton Mamu, 195. He passed Radovan Zankel, I believe, after last week. Radovan Zankel, who's no longer racing. He hasn't raced here in the last two rounds, so unfortunate there. He definitely had it up for a podium overall this season. Kevin Drabrosh, 149, so big gap there. 184 for Zankel and 149 for Drabrosh, but so no real changes there. But yeah, that'll be a good time for those two drivers in P1 and P2. Bonish Charles, 130 in P6. Gabriel Ozic here, P7, 128. I'm sure after his performance last week, he will be looking for a couple extra points here. to move up that one spot. Dario Bianello, not sure if I see him there. It's hard to scan through. Yep, there he is, actually the very bottom of the screen there. Actually, it looks like Mr. Ozichu is in first there for qualifying, so we'll see how he does. And then it looks like everybody behind has stopped racing with us, so I'm not going to bother with their names. That's unfortunate to see. So hey, thank you, Tolo. I will do my best. My brain's a little bit frazzled today. On Tuesday gone, I tore open my finger and had to get stitches. So here we go, Gabriel Ozick here, still getting some heat in even on the first time lap. So interesting to see, but yeah, I had to get 10 stitches, so I've been a little bit out of the loop, a little bit doughed up, and just trying to keep myself level and not go crazy stuck in my house. So this will be a 45-minute race today, for those that might be wondering. We do have a mandatory pit stop, and I believe a 45-minute race, it should be 15 minutes. Oh, did I do that on the qualifying? I did. Oops. Oh well. Let's just turn that off real quick. Should be 15 minutes into the race. Open 15 and close 15 before. That'll give them a 15-minute pit window. So we will see how that changes the race. You know, with 45 minutes, I think I don't know if there's any mandatory tire change. I don't think there is, but most people tend to take tires anyways, especially at a track like this. You get some high wear and usage all around. So we'll see how it goes. Now Gabriel Ozichu coming through for his first time lap, hopefully still on track and not track limits anywhere to set a time. There he goes, 142.4, so not the fastest time on the board, but there we go. Nathan Smythe Adams, 140.9. Mr. Ozick here must have had a little bit of an issue there somewhere, or maybe just getting that last little bit of heat in on the first lap, just setting back a bit. So expect to see some mid-low, maybe low 140s based off of that out the gate time from both Smythe Adams and Chase Jones. So we'll see how that goes. Mick Burkhoff, 142.8. Piccolo, 147, so definitely not a good lap for him. Buenis, 142.5. Yep, definitely a lot of room to improve from these drivers already. F.A. Antiri, 141.4. These guys are doing well already, but yeah, with over 5 minutes to go in qualifying, we will definitely see some good jumps in positions there. Watching how they go. I want to go see Mr. Jones. I personally have fallen in love with this 488 all over again. It's a real pretty car, and that paint scheme he picks has I mean, it really stands out on the track. So it's just pretty to see. I'm not a big Ferrari guy myself, but this is one that, hey, you can't deny it doesn't look pretty. I've always been a 458 guy if it came to a Ferrari, but I'm more of a Porsche do or die, you know. Let's see quickly with Mr. Ozichir. He didn't go any faster, so he's struggling today. That Porsche not doing well for him, it looks like. Adam Westland wakes up, 140.7 to go ahead of his teammates there. Chase Jones, 140.4. That's his response already. Probably 2 or 3 laps in it still, so we'll see how things go. Adam Westland is wanting to keep a hold of that class dominance now. Where Smythe Adams is currently, he should not be, he won't be worrying at all. He is still in grips of that championship, no matter what happens. So I'm looking forward to talking to them at the end, see what they both have to say, and You know, teammates leading the charge. I mean, hey, can't go wrong with that. I would try to get the rookie leader in here, but I'm not sure how I'd go about that. Honestly, I don't. Probably too busy racing. It's going to be hard to. Which color is which class? So the whites are pro, the silver are AMs, and the red are rookies. So definitely get a good look at who is able to perform in their classes. And obviously the AMs and the pros always have a really good mix up. So that's what we like to see around the track. This is our AM leader currently, Mr. Adam Westland. We have Gabriel Ozichir going a little bit faster, 140.8. Smythe Adams, 140.7. Let's see if Adam Westland can't go any faster than he already is. Looks like Chase Jones went in maybe to grab a little less. Doesn't quite get it. Goes fairly slow that lap, but looks like maybe Jones and Adams go in to get a little bit more gas in the tank for a quick splash and dash. Roy, good luck. Yep, good luck to Roy. I assume that would be Roy Rainier. He's always a sight to see on track, so good luck to him. Yeah, typically gray would be silver, but in Odyssey Racing League, it is just the AM class. So we do have bronze, silver, gold, and platinum drivers. Gold and platinum drivers both fall under pro, and silver drivers would fall under AM, and bronze would be rookies. So but just for the process of the race, this works out best. Let's flip my phone over before I get distracted. So we've got a couple drivers here in the 40s. Looks like all BSR drivers leading the charge with their 140s. Looks like we have a rookie driver out on track right here, which is not acceptable. It's not allowed. I can't now switch back. So yeah, not sure about that. Wonder if anything came up about that in the Discord or anything like that. Let one of the stewards know. Unfortunately, we are missing one of our stewards today, so things are a little bit backwards, and half of us didn't realize until right before the race. So that's always fun. 45 seconds left of qualifying, and Adam Westland has been bumped down to P5 behind Efe Yantiri. And so he's definitely going to be looking for as much time as he can out here. Let's see if anybody's further up on the track. Let's go check out Mr. Dean Solomon here, P16 and 142.5. A lot of spread out today. It's always interesting seeing the different tracks because you get drivers that are exceptional at some tracks and maybe not so good at the others. So good variation of skill. There's Mick Burkhoff there in the background, or Mike Burkhoff. I never get his name right, and I feel bad. But Efe Yantiri, let's see, let's jump to the top. We got some final positions here. Adam Weston still trying to put in faster time for this last lap. He's coming around towards the end of the lap now. And Chase Jones is currently pole sitting. Smythe Adams, Gabriel Ozichir, Efe Yantiri, Adam Westland. And he does not manage to go faster. So there is pretty much, we'll see if any of those other names move. But for right now, it looks like Chase Jones is our pole sitter. Smythe Adams, let's run through him. Here's Chase Jones. He is done, but he's just getting a little bit more lap time in before we go to sit. So Chase Jones leads the way with a 140.480. Smythe Adams, 140.7. Gabriel Ozichir, 140.73. Efe Yantiri, 140.732. So very, very close between those three drivers. Adam Westland, 40.747, still very, very close. The rookie that should not be out, but is out, is still running, and he sets a 140.8. So definitely not rookie class. This seems to be a new name that I've seen, so that's an interesting one to say the least. We'll see how that plays out for him. And we do see there in the chat, rookie qualifying ended, so not sure why he decided he needed to be out there with those cars. That might just be a straight DSQ. Oh, he's just miscategorized in the game, so that is nice to know. So we can stop worrying about that. Awesome. Lovely. I'm glad that distracted me. How are the standings in rookies? I did go over this. Let me see if I can't quickly pull it back up, just because I don't want to leave you high and dry. I did go over it a little while ago. If you wanted to drop back, that would have been during their qualifying, but bear with me and I will very, very, very quickly run through it, because now I'm distracted from the board. But Emery Sonmez P7, back to where we were, 140.1. Matteo Piccolo P8, Dan Nielsen P9, Vianello P10, Chupka P11, Charles P12, Mick Burkhoff 13, Tino Rene 14, Bovadas 15, Dean Solomon 16, James Seal 17, Partis 18, Robert Logan 19, Roy Renier 20, Matteo Detasis 21, Barry Dunn 22, Roderick Rudd 23, Tim Marseille 24, Uran Solvik, Sevilla Nightshade, Kevin Durash, Alanis Karras, Stefano Montanani, and Frederick D. Camilo make up the 30 drivers on grid. Let's go to the standings for rookies as requested. Rookies, let's very quickly. Alanis Karras, who is P28, leads the charge right now for the rookie standings of 224. Matteo Detasis, who sits P5 in class right now. That one way up at the top is confusing me a little bit, but P5 in the standings right now for this race. He is P2 overall in the standings. Rafael Barbosa Gramachelli is P3. He's not with us today. Tino Rene P4. Roy Renier P5. They're separated by 4 points there in P4 and 5. Juran Solnik's 154 for P6. P7 Robert Logan 144, P8 Roderick Rudd 114, P9 Villian Nightshade 103, P10 Emery Ozduru 65, P11 Antonio Montanani 61, P12 Harrison Santanello 58, 13 Team Marseille 52, 14 Ilya Chicharov 37, and it seems to be a lot of DSQs past there. So hopefully that covers that for you. And yeah, that's, there's some close fights for some of these drivers still on the grid today. So let's put our pit stop in there so you guys can see that we do have a mandatory pit stop today. I believe the minimum stop time is 25 seconds and it is a 15-minute pit window. So and I will also try my absolute best to keep an eye on penalties. They come and go. Race start is always an interesting one, so we will see how that goes for all of the drivers on grid. I think. There we go. I've got it up and ready to go. And we have a little bit of time to wait. It's always a long wait between qualifying and race, and it does suck. It sucks because you're just sat here. No, you will race. Hey, I'm not really sure who you are on the grid, but yeah, definitely. I mean, don't give up. Always race as hard as you can. I mean, Tino Rene is set in P1 right now, so you know he's fighting with some AMs. Adam Westland's gonna have a little bit of a fight there with his teammate. Actually, with a good couple AM drivers there. It's hard seeing that red right in the middle of Andrea Martiri. Sorry, I just don't quite know how to pronounce that, so apologize if I mess it up. But manufacturer race gaps, pit stop. Check and extend how long the race gaps are on screen for, so that you don't have to worry too much. But here we go, underway for the formation lap. Reminder, this is 19. Okay, my software is saying 19 turns, so I apologize for earlier saying 18, but there are 19 turns apparently. They're underway. This is Andrea Materi. Let's check out the front. Looks like the Ferrari shot past there and had to stop on the track. As always, we will start with a helicam. Look at these 6 BSR drivers up here getting some pictures, I assume, showing off a little bit. I'm sure they're all happy to be over with the season, have a little bit of a break and rest for a couple weeks. Maybe they'll be back to racing tomorrow. You know, these racers are addicts. So there's Chase Jones and Smythe Adams, P1 and P2 for Pro, and Gabriel Ozachier just here for the fun, really, at this point. FBN Thierry and Adam Westland there just behind in the Ferraris. There's also Emery Sonnes right there, also in a Ferrari. You would think they were made to drive those cars, but they're not. It's completely all by choice for those 2 drivers. So maybe the BSR drivers think too similarly. Andre Martier, I'm gonna say Martier because that feels right. I'm not sure where he's from, but that feels right. Can I add nationality? Let's do that. No, well, it won't let me do it right now, but Mick Burkhoff is around here somewhere. There he is. Mustang BSR driver. Teo Piccolo in the 992. Dan Nielsen in the AMR. Dario Vianello in Ferrari, and Bonice Charles there behind in the Porsche. I don't know why Mick is so far back. Maybe this is just messed up and he is supposed to be that far back, but a little bit confused. But yeah, these drivers are all ready to go. A few more corners to go, 2 corners to go even, and we will be green. We're gonna stick with this. Well, I'm interested to see how this first corner goes for all of the drivers, because it is an interesting one. It's a little tight, it's a little sketchy, if you will, so I'm interested to see how they do. It looks like Lucas Chuka is in the pits right now. I'm not sure he had a pit start, so that's interesting to see, but here they go, lined up side by side, double file, ready to go for the final round of GTEU at Imola, round 8. Let us see how it goes with the lights. It's teasing me. It's teasing me. Round 8, GTEU, final round, Imola. Okay, we're getting teased. There's the lights. They're still, and they're green. And away we go. Gabriel Ozachier getting a jump immediately, getting squeezed into the middle, bumping on his teammates there. Oh, it's 3 wide, 4. There's so many cars. It's 3 wide up front, 3 wide behind. Everybody going very tight in there. A touch on the BSR drivers. They hold on to it just barely. Looks like Chase Jones goes off wide right there immediately. He falls back a bunch, and these drivers are getting jumps and jumps. There's a BSR driver behind the Ferrari. He almost swings into the Aston Martin there. They're coming out. Vianello goes off onto the gravel. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he can rejoin safely and not mess anybody up. It looks like everybody else has mostly fallen into place pretty well here. Moving up, looks like we still got some very tight battles here. A little bit of touching going on, but nothing too bad happened. Looks like everybody's mostly gotten out pretty much safe and well. Chase Jones lost out there pretty badly on that start. Let's switch to a different camera so we can get a better view. I think TV1 is going to be the one for us, or maybe it's TV2. I can't remember. They're screwing us over here a little bit. Jumping around, there's so much going on back here. Lots of drivers. This corner is always rough and ready and keeps people on their toes. It is a fast braking zone and it can be rough, especially on this wider angle. Looks like everybody is kind of still fighting into this chicane here is very tight. Vianello, oh, where did he go? There we go. I just saw drivers going off track back here. Looks like Dean Solomon went deep and didn't manage to get it done. There's a lot going up here. Smythe Adams and Ozakir racing for up here. Effie Antiri and Adam Westland both on the tail there. Matteo Piccolo jumps up into the fight. Chase Jones is lost out, and he's back with Emery Sonmez and Dan Nielsen. Dan Nielsen looks like he goes past Emery. Emery falls back a little bit. Maybe he's taking a bit of damage there. That's unfortunate. These drivers all very tight and bunched up. This is a tight race today already. Just trying to jump through here as we come back around for the end of the first lap. A lot has happened, but hopefully not too many penalties going out. It seems like everything has been quite fair. I'm not sure if Vianello did that to himself, but we're just going to go up here. Looks like Smythe Adams is taking the lead from Gabriel Ozachir. Ozachir is struggling a little bit. Effie Antiri and Adam Weston's keeping on their tail. Matteo Piccolo right there with them as well. Let's go for the middle of the grid here and see how that goes. Very quickly, I'm going to open. It looks like somebody already got a drive-through car. 111, Roy Renier has got a drive-through for spinning out car 195 at turn 1, lap 1. So that was a small incident there at the beginning. 195 is Irdius. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that. Partez is his last name. There we go. I'll keep an eye on those incidents, see if anything else comes up. Looks like we got some good fighting to happen up here. It looks like Efe is making looks where he can. Chase Jones is trying to catch back up. He's being chased by a lot of cars here. Those curves can be very, very dangerous here. So hopefully they're not taking them too menacingly and potentially ending the race. Dario Vianello right on the tail of Andre Martier here, who has lost out massively. He was P6, I believe, and now he's back down to P11. So I'm not sure what happened there, but he has lost out massively. He's now under attack from Dario Vianello, who also lost out going wide into the gravel there early race. So he is trying to fight back for some positions. Emery Sonmez here getting on the tail of Bonice Charles, hopefully trying to get a bit of a slip down here on the home straight to make it pass. Looks like somebody fell back. Jurgens potentially fell back here a little bit and created a nice line behind Barry Dunn. Jurgens, Roderick, Villian Nightshade, Tino Rene, Alnis Karras, and Idris Possible. Villian Nightshade trying to go around the outside of Tino Rene there. Very tight down here into T1. On the outside is Jurgens. He's not quite in a position to get by, but he does hold on to it. He does have Roderick coming up on his outside. Roderick with a very interesting color scheme there. Can't fault it though. It does grab your eye. These drivers definitely pushing very hard. Emery Sonmez still on the tail of Bonice Charles there, and this pack back here fighting very hard. Looking at the front, seems like there's a bit of spread already. Gabriel's not giving up on Smythe Adams, but Effie Antiri and Adam Westland also there with them. Piccolo is falling back just a little bit, maybe just not quite the same lines and paces as the rest of them. Dario Vianello still trying to hold on to Martier here to try and find any position he can to pass. I feel like passing is going to be an issue. Oh, Bonice Charles into the wall. I'm not sure if something happened there. Can we jump back just 10 seconds and see what happens here? Emery Sonmez just slightly into his butt, maybe a little bit too hard. That could be a penalty there, 5-10 second penalty. We will see. It does look like another car received a 15-second penalty on turn 1, car 83. I'm not seeing Robert Logan crashing in a car 673. Costas Bugdas. Those penalties have been served. Drive-through for car 109 for spinning out car 16. So that's unfortunate for Chase Jones there. He's gonna struggle from that to come back after all of that. That is unfortunate. Looks like the gap up front is spreading out a little bit. Dario Vianello still there on the tail, trying to fight up there. Dean Solomon on the tail of Roy Renier, trying to make something happen. The gaps are starting to spread out a little bit towards the back here. It seems like everybody's falling into pace. There's Bonice Charles behind after his incident. Hopefully that doesn't affect him too much overall. We'll see how that goes for him over the course of the race. Still a couple incidents on the list to be checked over, and so let's look here. This battle very tight. There's Iridis Partez in the AMG. I think he's the only AMG on track, so it's nice to see that little bit of variation. I mean, seeing older cars is nice, but seeing cars that are current and just not really used anymore is also nice too. This is a very tight fight up here. between all of these drivers. Let's switch up the camera a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what might be best for action shots here. This seems a bit more cinematic than it does TV-esque. It's like being very tight and close up here. Robert Logan going for a little bit of a look back there. Not quite. Oh, somebody cuts there just ahead. I think that was Tim Marseille. Yep, with the nice purple livery there. Emery Sonmez under attack from James Seal and Andre Martier right there behind him. They're closing in that gap very, very quickly. Looks like Robert Logan and Alanis Karas are fighting hard here. Alanis getting the inside. Looks like even Partez gets the move on Roderick Rudd. We'll see if he can't hold on to that coming down this straight here, giving plenty of room there. Let's jump to it. He's just they're swapping back and forth on the timing grid, but there he is ahead of him now. He's going to have the inside line for T1, so that is definitely going to be in his benefit there. Looks like Rory Menier went into pits to finally serve his drive-through penalty. Car 16 got a 15-second penalty for spinning out another car on his rejoin, so that's unfortunate for him. This little battle back here is still happening. Roderick Rudd, Robert Logan on this car. So Karas falls back a lot. I'm not sure if maybe he had a little bit of damage there, but he loses out to Roderick Rudd. Roderick Rudd falls back a lot as well, losing out to Robert Logan in the back. Lucas Chupka catching up to Villian Nightshade. He has a lot of work to do here to get back into his point position, so we'll see how that goes for him. Andre Martier on James Seal, very close but still very spread out. That chicane opening that gap up again. It seems like our fight this week are all in the back, up in the front. Chase Jones is P6. We're still expecting him to take a drive-through penalty, so we'll see when that comes up. There he goes into pits. We'll see how he comes out and see what sort of work he will have to do through the pits overall. So that's unfortunate for him. He should still just about keep a hold onto his P2. I don't see Quentin Malmou on the track with us, so he should be good. Oh, a little bit of a rough exit for James Seal, and allows Andre and Vianello to go by. Vianello now on the attack against Andre here. He's hoping he can get a little bit of a push there and fight back up into the top 10. Both of these drivers pushing for every inch of space they can. Looking back, Uran Soldic was trying to fight. He's got Robert Logan on his inside door. He closes him out, but manages to keep it done. This battle here is very tight. These 5 drivers are very closely matched, no doubt. Robert Logan going on the inside there and blocking out Solveig. And Robert Logan goes around. Can we see a replay on that from the helicam? Please, what happens here? It looks like Solveig just gets too much into his butt and comes across Karas, and that ruins Robert's race for sure. That is unfortunate. Looking back, Gabriel Ozichir has moved back a fair bit. Let's go 30 seconds, see what happens here. It looks like he has a really bad exit there. He stops on track. Maybe he accidentally turns off his car. Seems to be what happened there. I think he turned off his car by accident. That's massively unfortunate. He loses a massive amount of position there. Drops back to P7, moves a bunch of drivers up a position there. Now he's right on the tail of Emery Sonmez, potentially trying to get past him very quickly, as he does outpace that driver, unfortunately for Emery. So that is interesting one there. I have to assume he turned off his car by accident, so that is unfortunate there. We're still 30 drivers strong though, so nobody's left. Yeah, that's always good to see. Looks like another driver, car 342 car. If my thing can stop jumping around, that would be great. Matteo Detasis getting a 5-second penalty for hitting car 59 of Dean Solomon, turn 14 lap 2, so that is unfortunate there. Gabriel Ozakir hopefully trying to make a bit of a comeback here, maybe getting a little bit back in pits. Hopefully helping out. Kevin Jabrash here making a climb through the grid. He did start from pits. He's now up 9 positions from where he started, I believe. 6 positions technically, so good for him. Lucas Chupka has fallen back a lot, though. He is actually now behind Karis there. I assume something happened to create that incident, but Chase Jones is back in P24, so he has some work to do and hopefully looking for a jump in the pits. And he is a fast driver and he has a little bit of clean air right now to work with, so hopefully he can get something done. There goes Jurens past Roderick Rudd again, and Grabosh on the inside going over the curves very heavily, and a little bit of a touch there. It seems like a fair pass there, but we'll see if something comes of it for 128 and 311. But 311 falls back behind Karis, who had that pretty heavy head-on collision in the side door. Gabriel Ozachir just goes past Emery. I'm going to see if we get a little replay down into T1, I believe here. Yep. Oh, Emery going a little bit wide there, but holds on to it. He does lose out to Andre Martier too there, and Dario Viano now on the tail of Emery Sonnes trying to make some kind of attack here. Very tight here. Emery Sonnes right on the tail of Andre already again, trying to get back into that position he just lost. Trying not to give up too hard. We're now 32 minutes left of the race, so just under 15 minutes of the race gone, and pit window should be opening up here pretty soon. Car 77 receives a penalty, left the grid, so we're actually down to 28 out of 30 drivers. We've lost 2 drivers. I can't remember who 77 is. I guess I can go quickly look in Discord and hopefully not miss anything and see who that may have been there. Let's just search the number 77. There we go. I have no idea. Velia Nightshade. Oh, unfortunately, they take a penalty. So, oh, here we go. Sonmez in the pits already. Oh, he got a drive-through actually for spinning car 26. So, unfortunate for him. He's going to lose a lot of positions there. That is unfortunate for him. Quite a few penalties coming up on the grid all around the place. Let's jump up here. Adam Westland being chased by Matteo. No, I'm not sure who that is behind him. Trying to see here. 287. Let's jump back. Stefano Montanani. So blue flag, he gets by pretty easily there. Looking around, Kevin Jabrash, Jurin Solvix, and Alanis Car is still fighting very hard. Alanis Car is trying to get the move on Jurin Solvix, but nothing quite coming through. Another drive through for car 128. Trying to look through these numbers. Kevin Jabrash up there in front, he gets a drive through for spinning out car 501. Tino Renee, very tight right here. Chase Jones trying to get some positions. Chupka trying to get some positions as well. 2 very fast drivers trying to pass 2 slower drivers. Chase Jones held up. He's trying to fight there. He's making a little bit of a comeback. Chupka knows that he is kind of under attack there as well, even though this is all very different class racing. All of these drivers are still not trying to give up too much. It looks like Wanish Charles is right on the tail of Mick Burkhoff as well, trying to make something happen. We might jump back to Chupka and Jones here in a minute, but I expect those 2 drivers to make easy moves, hopefully once the straights line out. Now, Mick Burkhoff looks like he's had a bit of a front-end incident there at some point, so big damage. Yeah, he got spun out lap 1, unfortunately, so a lot of penalties coming up. More drive-throughs all over the place. 342, hit 59. That's a 5-second penalty. Down 7. They unfortunately left. 296 drive-through, 128 drive-through, and 728 drive-through. So Jurin Solveig gets Yeah, Urisolent's got a drive-through for that collision he caused earlier. Gabriel Ozakir fighting with Dan Nielsen here, going too wide into whatever this corner is. I don't know the names of corners. I wish I did, but it looks like he gets it done, and Dan Nielsen gets on the brakes a little bit early there. Looks like Urans went for that drive-through. Kevin Brosh is looking for a drive-through here very quickly. Chupka, Karras, and Jones all coming down here. Looks like Karras allows Chupka to go past without much fight, and it looks like the same for Chase Jones there. So both of those drivers get through, and now they get to race away and hopefully catch up to the rest of the pack and put themselves back in some good positions. Andrea Martire on the back of Dan Nielsen, trying to make a fight happen here. I love Dan Nielsen's livery. That is a pretty one. It looks like a real livery, to be honest with you. Very tight up here. Chase Jones right on the back of Chupka, who's right on the back of Drabosh. Here, let's see. Yep. Very tight here. Looks like Tim Marseille is trying to continue his fight, but not give up too much position. There we go. Kevin Drabosh into the pits to serve his drive-through. We'll go to Lucas Chupka, who's about to get passed by Chase Jones on the inside. Outside, inside. And he's right there. He's not able to hold on to it. He's going to go for the inside look into T1, but doesn't hold on to it. Oh, Chupka goes deep into T1 and cuts across the track, getting back onto the track, hopefully nice and safely there. Does look like it, and just avoids Karras and Roderick Rudd rolling near. There's Kevin Drabosh. Chase Jones on the tail of Tim Marcy, trying to get by and continue his climb back up. He's P15 now, so he's definitely made quite a good comeback. Dario Vianello gets past Martier while I'm not looking, so props to him. I wish I'd seen that. 26 minutes of the race to go. We're in that pit window, so we should see them coming up. It looks like James Seal took his pit, so as well as Frederick DiCamillo. Hopefully some more of those drivers will be going in. Just gonna quickly see. I don't know. I feel like Chase Jones has a pass potential here, but is holding off a little bit, waiting for the perfect opportunity and safe spot to go for that. Doesn't want to risk anything too much, especially at this stage in the race. Darn, that's unfortunate. Nightshade, disconnects happen, and not a lot we can do, but hopefully next season come back and get on top of it. Mr. Ghost, not too sure who you are, but hey, just because, unless the spin really caused you so much damage, you just keep going and keep going for it, keep driving. Chase Jones into the pit, a couple drivers in the pits here. Looks like Mick Burkhoff, Chase Jones, Emery Sonmez, Dario Vianello. Sorry, Mick's already taken his pit. Dario Vianello. Here's our leader drivers. Nathan Smythe Adams with Effie Antiri right there on his tail. Adam Westland not too far behind, trying to close up that gap. Matteo Piccolo falling back a little bit as well overall. Oh, that's a shame. Nightshade, you'll be missed. It's nice, always nice seeing familiar names on the track. So there you go. Smythe Adams into pit. Effie Antiri goes by. Adam Westland goes by. Let's see. Matteo Piccolo stays out. Dean Solomon stays out a little bit. Are they waving to the camera? Hello. Good to see you. Other Cheer stays out. Dan Nielsen stays out. I just want to see if any of these drivers drop to pits this time around. With Smythe Adams, the race leader, going into pits, will be interesting to see how everybody else goes. You'll see along the left edge, drivers that have already gone into pits and come back out are green, and drivers that are either in the pits or still need to pit have a 1, and if they're in the pits, they'll have a pit next to them. So there goes Bernice Charles into pits. We'll jump up. Adam Weston kind of closed the gap a tiny bit there. It seems like maybe just getting a little bit of better breaks through there than Effie and Thierry as possible. Effie was also getting pulled around the track. Looks like Alnis Karras going past the pits, getting moved up a spot. So we'll see how things unfold after all is said and done. There's Chase Jones and Emery Sonmez both pitted and out, and both suffered drive-throughs. So we'll see how they're going. I'm sure they're trying to work a little bit together in their own chat and make sure they don't hit each other. Smythe Adams coming back out in P12. Looks like he has no competition, so we'll see how the other drivers pit and how they come in. Effie Antiri here coming around the last two corners with Adam Westland still tagging onto his back, gaining just about a second that lap. Both of them, nope. Oh, yeah, both of them into the pits this lap around, so we'll see how they come out. Next time, here comes Piccolo. He keeps going. Gabriel Ozichir, he's still out there. And he keeps going. Dan Nielsen into the pits. There we go. So we got more drivers coming into the pits, and we're counting down 22:41. So I expect every driver to have been in and out by the end of next lap. So understand. Well, fair enough. Hey, you know, good. New sim gear is always fun and exciting, and we love to see it. Let's hope it is worth it. I bought sim gear one time, and I mean, hey, it's always worth it. But you know, hopefully it'll be good, especially a new rig. So yeah, and good luck on moving. Moving's always an experience. So Piccolo and Gabriel Ozichir still needing to pit. Our top 11 drivers, say that we've got 6 through 11 are in pit. So we'll see how they come out. These two BSR drivers, Effie Antiri and Adam Westland, are rolling again. It seems like they're getting out. They're pretty good spot there. Here comes Smythe Adams, though, passes both of them back into his P1 spot and gets a very good, very good overcut there on both those drivers. Dan Nielsen looks like he's coming out of pits. Gabriel Ozichir still not around there. Matteo Piccolo 9 seconds ahead there. Expect him to come into pits this time, because I don't think he's going to have the chance to go for another lap around. Barry Dunn, Chupka, and Rudd. There we go. Into the pits he goes. And here's Gabriel Ozichir as we see these final sets of drivers. There he goes. Into the pits. Thank goodness. Starting to worry a little bit. We're a little bit far back now. So looking up, there's our provisional positions, where we expect them to be. P1, Smythe Adams, Effie Antiri 4 seconds back. Adam Westland didn't lose too much time here. Hopefully he can pick up that pace and catch up to his teammate F8 and allow them to have a nice little drive together. Dario Vianello there in P4. I think something happened to Mr. name I can't remember. There's only 27 drivers. Goodness me. Only 27 drivers on the grid now. We did lose another one. There's Andrea Martier, so he's back down to P13. Maybe had an issue with his pit. There. Karis, there we go. He's still going, and I still see a pit. I don't see a pit for him yet, so interesting. We're now 20 minutes to go, so that does sound like to me, unless we're just a little bit off with the pit window. Let's very quickly pop this one up. No, we still have 5 minutes to the pit window, so okay. I was wrong. My bad. I apologize. Let's close that back out. So they still got a little way to go. They're trying to get as much gap between the drivers there potentially racing as they can. Chase Jones is back down to P19, so maybe not the best pit after all was said and done. Looks like most of our drivers, it looks like just our front two drivers are the last two to pit here, and I'm gonna imagine they pit this lap round. And you know, with the top level drivers already having pit, I can't see either of these two guys going for any more time out here on track, because they're just pushing it. But no, okay, Detasis is taking his chances. So that is a surprise to be sure. Looks like Roderick Rudd goes back in the pits. Maybe a penalty there as well. I did forget about the penalties. Yep, looks like two driver. Oh, looks like number 287 left, but did receive penalties. So, but I'm not seeing any drive-throughs come through. So there we go. Karras is into the pits. Mateo Tatas is still waiting to pit, but here's Smiley Adams coming by the pits. P1, well, moving into P2. He is the current fastest lap with a 140.852. FE Interior behind him with a 140.9 at his fastest lap. So it looks like all three drivers are actually setting about the same pace right now. So we'll see if anything happens here. That time in the race where things have spread out in such a way that mostly just checking to see how drivers in the back that got drive-throughs recover from that. Here's Tatas coming through the chicane. I feel like he just wanted some camera time there in that pink acid, a little bumpy there, but let's see if he goes for the... He could probably manage another lap. Let's see if he pushes it to the absolute limit. That's the real question, is how far is this man gonna push the limit? Emery Sonmez and Chase Jones moving up 17-18 from passing on pits. And there he goes. I knew it was coming. It had to be soon. And there he goes into the pit. So this fight, as we pass by, Tino Rene trying to get by on Tim Marseille. A little bit of a rhyme there. It's Tino Rene. Just trying to get by. Looks like as I say something, Tim Marseille goes off into that, and almost penalty worthy there. Actually, that's not good. Tino is going to definitely be trying to squeeze by here. He's getting squeezed out here, and they both go off, so that is unfortunate. Definitely going to be a penalty there. We'll just have to see what drivers it's for. 729 and 501. We'll try to keep an eye on that. 501, I have seen his name pop up a few times, so a bit unfortunate for him. And these drivers all bumping up as Mateo Tatas drops down through his pits. So Mike Burkhoff on the tail of Dean Solomon here, trying to look up the inside into the whatever corner this is. The angles are weird. I think it's the chicane. It's not. It's the last two corners. Try to look up the inside. Hopefully getting a good exit there. A driver with a good amount of pace, but just being in that P10 area part of the grid is always rough, because you end up, you might have good T1 or T2, good first lap, but with other drivers around, they might not be the best. So Mick Burkhoff is still holding on there. Mateo Tatas comes out. Oh, there's a BMW in the gravel. Still 27 drivers of 30, so that's pretty good. Gabriel Ozachir here on the back of Dario Vianello. He's trying to get some positions back here after he fell back earlier. He's trying to fight this Ferrari and see what he can't do. He's right there on the tail there. This is the fight for P5. The gap's up ahead. We'll look around in just a second, but looks like there's a nice line of fighting here. I just want to kind of see what happens here. We'll go for the middle with Emery Sonmez. I don't want to focus too hard there, but he is in the middle. Chase Jones is, I feel like, fighting pretty hard. I feel like Chase Jones definitely has more pace here, and with some team orders, he could be walking his way back up the field a little bit faster, as even behind Emery Sonmez, he is the faster car there. Following Emery past Mateo into the chicane and Urans, so they actually do move up just a little bit there. Urans is a blue flag, unfortunately. Looks like ahead of them is Costa Bouvedes. Andrea Martier on the back end of Bunish Charles, hopefully looking for something to do into T1. Maybe a little bit of a bonk there, unless that was just what am I saying? Some net code, and let's turn off the pit so we don't have to see that anymore. Oh, a little bit of a kind of push there, maybe a squeeze, and Andrea goes by. So that's an interesting one. Looks like Chase Jones is really trying to do something with his teammate here. Maybe he's just trying to push him a little harder. Dario Vianello gets passed by Gabriel. Let's see if we can capture this. 30 seconds back. Let's see what happens here. Oh, late lunge for the inside there. Looks like a little bit of touching, and Gabriel just gets by and finishes it off, squeezes through there. Let's see, Mick Burkhoff and Barry Dunn. I don't know. Replay is still going, so I should not have done that. Oh wait. There we go. Mick Burkhoff and Barry Dunn. I think Solomon did get past. Oh, very close there going into this corner, but happens. There's Emery Solomon and Chase Jones right behind on the back end of Costas here. Now trying to get by down towards the chicane. Holding on there in a nice little line. Nice tight racing between these three drivers right now. Emery's definitely got some better speed down here, but maybe not the best position to push by. 12.5 minutes to go in this 45-minute race. He goes for the inside. Oh no, Emery! That is going to be a penalty for sure. Dive bomb, 5-10 second penalty. Not gonna be too happy about that for Mr. Sonmez. This has not been a good race necessarily for him. Very quickly look at the penalties again. Looks like we've got a lot of racing incidents coming up. This has been quite the calamitous race, if I say so myself. Chase Jones he wants to get past his teammate there, but he's just not able to get it done. Dario Vianello hasn't given up on Gabriel Ozachia though. Let's see. I'm honestly interested to see here. This is the one I want to watch. Click on it so I don't lose it. Interesting. We have spread out quite a fair bit around the place, so this really is our closest fight here. I want to jump around. Let's see if something doesn't happen here, because you know he might take a small penalty for that, but he also Adam Weston set fastest lap 140.8. Effie and Kerry in front of him with 140.847, and Smythe Adams at 140.825 is their best. Actually, these last two laps were Effie and Adams laps. Hayes going on the inside. Costas not giving up easy. Emery gets it done though. But we'll see if something comes for him with that. Looks like it'll be the next incident to be checked on. Chase Jones still having a fight with Costas here. He does get by though. Shake. The stewards make me laugh, man. The stewards make me laugh. Shake and bake Ricky Bobby. Looks like it will be an NFA racing incident. So just getting away with it. So lucky there for him. Yep, NFA. That's a nice one there. But Emery's already up on the back end of Barry Dunn. Sorry, the steward makes me giggle. So, oh, somebody got to stop and go 30. 252 laps remaining. That's interesting. So, Emery gets past Barry Dunn. I'm not paying enough attention. I'm too busy laughing at the steward. So, while we have some time, what do we got? 10 minutes to go. Let's see from the top. Mr. Smythe Adams, look at that gap behind him. Where's the car? 4 seconds behind. 4-second gap between him and P2. That's a gap. Smythe Adams walking away with this win. It's going to be really interesting to talk to him after the race and see what he has to say, not only about this race, but the entire season as a whole. You know, I'm interested to see. I know this is his first championship win, so I'm sure he is elated. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they remember to put themselves in the right spot to be brought in here and spoken to. I should also make sure that I am ready to listen. Yeah, stream should pick him up nicely. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, oh, Chase Jones is about to pass Barry Dunn. Let's go see that real quick before I continue. Oh, right up his butt. Get through. There we go. Going for the outside down to T1. Probably a bit later on his brakes if he can get it done. Nope, Barry Dunn definitely defending that position hard, so good on him. But Chase Jones getting a bit of a better exit, maybe a little bit of touching right there. Very tight here, all that rubber on the track. Barry Dunn not giving up easy. Definitely fighting Chase Jones for his position. Here's Efri Antiri in P2. He's 4 seconds ahead of his teammate Adam Westland there, so a very split gap between these top 3 drivers. Here's Adam Westland, 65 Ferrari for BSR, so it'll be interesting to talk with him as well. I know he has had a good season, started off maybe a little bit worse for Ware, but definitely made some comeback. Well, made a big comeback over the season. Matteo Piccolo, P4. He's 9 seconds back, being chased down by Gabriel Ozichir, who's 3 seconds down on him. So maybe we'll see that gap close up. There is 7.5 minutes to go, so we'll see what Gabriel can't do. Maybe fight for P4. Dario Vianello's fallen off a little bit, 3.8 seconds. Dan Nielsen way back here, having kind of a nice little drive for himself, 13 seconds back, 9 seconds up on James Seal here. So Dan is having a nice, pleasant drive. Andrea Martier not giving up, only down 3 places from his start, so still top 10. So pretty good drive here so far. Not giving up on that fight for P8 though, with James Seal ahead. Bonice Charles 8 seconds back for P10. He's doing pretty well. I think it was Andre. I'm not sure if James Seal is also a misrepresented rookie or not, but he's leading the charge there. Idris. Oh, Chase Jones. What? Chase Jones. What? Chase Jones. What? Oh, no. Is that T1? You go off in T1? That is hugely disappointing for Chase. He is not having a good race today. That is really unfortunate. I feel very bad for him. He is not having the best race ever. Here, actually, let's leave him behind. Let's leave him to his bad race. Emery Sonmez and Nick Burkhoff. Oh yeah, Chase Jones jumps back to pits. I think he is done for the race today. We're down to 25 drivers, or 24 on track. So a little bit of a fight up here. Let's see. Back to where we were. Adrian Spartes. P12, P5 overall for class is pretty good right there. He's having a good drive, but Dean Solomon, P13, having a decent drive. He's being chased by Mick Burkhoff though, and Amory Sama is on the tail of Mick there. Very close fight. I'm not sure if Emery will try to get by or what. No. So we'll see how that goes there. Frederick DiCamillo, pretty good comeback there. He did have a start from pits, and he's now up to P15. Once he passes Chase in the pits, there we go. Up to P15. So pretty good drive for him. That's half the grid there with 5 minutes to go. Things are... Oh, Andrea is going around the outside. I just saw this very quickly on my timings as I looked away. If Uber could stop sending me notifications as well, that would be great. This is a very tight fight here. They're both trying to go side by side around here. Oh, and James Seal pushes him out. Let's get a little bit of a replay on that, please. Not sure if that was intentional or just went a bit, pushed a bit wide, a little bit understeer. So unfortunate there, but right back into the fight. Looks like missed out on whatever happened here. Oh. Yeah, Seal having a bit of a mess up there, or maybe just like giving up some position because he realized maybe he didn't want to get a penalty. So that is nice there. We lost Roderick Rudd. He has lost the race. I tell that for just trying to see if any more penalties pop up. I accidentally closed the penalty sheet like an idiot, like a little goof. Car 15, sorry, 15-second penalty for, oh, okay, Seal seems to have ended his own race a little bit there. That's unfortunate. He was doing pretty well. I'm not sure why that happened, but that's unfortunate. And our gaps are so spread out right now. Mick Burkhoff is falling back. Maybe a bit of an a bit of a mistake out of the last corner there. Emery Sama is up to P13, having a good little go. 8:37. What number am I looking at here? 8:30. Barry done. Oh no. Loses control. Unsafely rejoins and spins. Oh no. So that was inflicted murder for Chase. That is unfortunate. An incident we watched between Steele and Martier. No further action for giving the place back. So it's pretty close. Sonmez wants this position. He wants to move up and get some more points. Chupka is fighting on Mateo Casas, just trying to get some position here. He started from pits as well, so pretty good race for him, making it come up. 2.5 minutes to go. It's the countdown to the end of the season, and it will be interesting to see what the next season brings for us. See if maybe I missed something in the last week. I don't see any announcements for what the next season will be, so fortunately I can't spoil that for everybody. We'll see what comes of that. It is the countdown to the end of this season, round 8, season 14. What a season. It's been a little longer than usual. Usually it's 6 rounds, but 8 rounds this season. I mean, hey, it's been one heck of an 8 rounds. Well, Emery gets past Dean, so he's having a bit of a comeback race. This will be an interesting conversation for those BSR team after the race. Emery does very well in qualifying. Something seems to happen through the race, but there's Mick Burkhoff off the track. That's unfortunate. Something seems to happen in the race, but he does have a good comeback drive. So it seems like Smythe Adams took back his fastest lap. He's setting 140s, but he set a 140.782 on his fastest. So very good for him. A minute to go and some decent gaps. So what we'll do, we'll join the race leader right here. Let's get back to the TV cam. There we go. Mick Burkhoff off to the side of the track there. Trying to rejoin, I think, as safely as he can, not impede anybody. F.A. coming up there behind the Strabrosh right there. Blue flag. Oh, a little wide there. Smythe Adams having a flawless drive, and definitely a great season for him, no doubt. Emery Sonmez in the pits. Did he get a drive-through? Potentially for track limits. I'm not sure what happened there. That's massively unfortunate. Right after I said that, it looks like a drive-through for track limits, I would assume, because doesn't look like he's coming in to stop. Maybe he is. Oh, he keeps going. So definitely drive-through for track limits. Here we go. Across the line. Smythe Adams wins it. Calls it a day here. Round 8. Imola. There's F.A. Anteri for P2. Adam Westland for P3 and the overall championship. Matteo Piccolo coming in for P4 to end his day at Imola. Beautiful Italy. Gabriel Ozichir, here he comes. P5. What a drive for him. Made a bit of a comeback there. Dario Vianello, P6. Dan Nielsen coming down. Wow, he is 20 seconds behind. We have a big gap here. This is a pretty car. Beautiful drive for both of those drivers. Hopefully we'll see these two, the drivers I would like to interview in the freaking place to be, so I can talk to them. There comes Nielsen. I'm getting behind. Andrea Marcherier for P8. James Seal coming down for P9. P10, Benice Charles. P11, Idris Partes. P12, Dean Solomon. Frederick DiCamillo, P13, Barry Dunn. 14 on his cars is right there for P15. I don't see this changing to the line. There we go. Lucas Chupka coming in, and Emery Salmez will be the last to cross the line under race conditions for P17, and then Roy Renier 18, Tino Rene 19, Tim Marseille 20, Kevin DeBrosh 21, Mick Burkoff 22, Urin Solveig 23, and Chase Jones 24. So wonderful race for all those guys. And very quickly, while we have them, let's see if we can see Smythe Adams and bring him in here to talk to him real quick. Welcome, Mr. Smythe Adams. Congratulations, first off, on your race win today, and secondly, your overall win. How are we feeling?
Relieved.
Ready? Happy the race is over? Happy the season is over? Oh yeah, you've put in the performance all season, so over the season, how did you feel all season? You know, coming racing through. I know this is your first championship win, so that got to be a pretty good feeling, right?
Of course, it always is when you win your first championship, especially in your first car that you've won your first race in. So kind of full circle, having my first race win here at IMOLA, it makes something special.
Heck yeah. I would say pop out the champagne, but I know you're a little bit too young for that. So maybe pop out a juice box and enjoy the championship and enjoy the memory. You know, first win in this car, first win at IMOLA, and then first championship. I mean, hey, that's a big little list right there for you, man. So, hey, we appreciate you having driven with us, and congratulations, race win today and overall win. So, appreciate it, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, our second man of the hour, Adam Westland. Welcome to
thank you very much.
Stream. A P3 today, but a P1 overall for the season. I mean, hey, even with the P3, you got to be pretty proud of yourself. How are we feeling today after that race?
To be honest, I haven't really landed yet. You know, these races go by so fast. You're like, oh, it's the last lap. What? But I'm very happy. I'm very proud.
Good. I mean, hey, is this your first championship win? Or?
Yeah, it's my second ever season in league racing. So, as you know, I was in Orwell last season. I was in the rookies, missed a couple of races, and then got bumped up. So, it's my first ever championship, yes.
Oh, heck yeah, that's a feat. Second championship with us and already a championship win. So, wow, hopefully you can continue to have some good performances like this. I'm sure racing today and racing with other drivers like FA and Emre around you, you know, teammates, it's always keeps you on your toes. So you've done very well this season, and I'm sure your team is very proud of you. Is there anything else you would like to add? You know, about how you felt the entire season, or just anything you'd like to add?
Well, I'd like to thank BSR in particular. They picked me up for the season. I didn't really know what the expectation was going to be before it, since, you know, there's new drivers, old drivers, you never know. But they've helped me to develop a lot, and a lot of the thanks goes to the team.
Oh, awesome. Well, we appreciate having you here, and hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Crack out maybe a beer or champagne, and you know, enjoy the win, enjoy the championship under your belt.
Definitely. I'm bringing out the booze.
Alrighty. Well, you have a good one, man. We appreciate you having you here.
Thank you very much. See ya.
See you. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for joining us for season 14 of GTEU RRL. We will be back next season, I believe, in the new year. So keep a lookout for that. Come join us and try and prove yourself against some of these other drivers that show out every single weekend. And yeah, Thank you for watching wherever you are in the world. Good night, good evening, and goodbye.